brain knows when you go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. Don't wanna hear it talking shit from the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, get the gun down. Dropping bodies.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Being a Fine Figure. As today we finally get to unbox the last figure in the Plastic Man Collect to Build wave. It is John Stewart's Green Lantern from the Justice League, courtesy of McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse. And we finally have arrived. This is the last figure, as I said before, to finally complete the Plastic Man. And as you can see, it has the legs there. It's got some effects. It's got a nice, cool looking version of Green Lantern. I know we've got one before. A lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was okay. I know it was a reuse of the Hal Jordan figure, but we finally got this body sculpt version with a nice looking John Stewart with a better improvement in the face sculpt, as I can see already in the head sculpt. So anyway, without further ado, as we do here on the channel, oh, by the way, nothing in the back, same picture of the Plastic Man. I'm going to get this figure unboxed and I will be right back. All right, now that the figure is out of the packaging, let's quickly go over the accessories. Of course, never miss, never fails. McFarlane stand, DC logo, and of course the data filed or trading card. With a nice image. Actually, it looks like a really classic 70s image. I don't know, 70s, 80s. It looks like it's been there. I wonder where they got this. I'm going to have to look this up. It has him here either trying to pick up Hal Jordan and defend him, or pulling him or retreating or whatever. But it's actually different. It's nice. It's nice. And then, of course, a little bio there on John Stewart. I don't remember if it had the same bio as the first release or the repaint that they did, but because I got rid of the card, I usually don't keep them around, or I usually just sell them. So, but yeah, anyway, if you want to read it, as always, just pause it. And of course, it comes with the pieces to build, to complete finally the legs, right and left, of Plastic Man. So later on, we'll talk about on the video when I put it together, we'll talk about the feet. They just look weird. But anyway, that's the end. We're finally going to be able to put Plastic Man together finally. And of course, he does come with some effects. He's got this nice, I guess, winding effect, I guess. It would have been good to get two of them. I don't know, maybe he's swinging or whatever, but anyway. And then this one's actually nice. I don't think I have this one. It looks like a little tornado punch or something. It actually looks like a winding. That's actually different, opposed to the circle ones that we get. It's nice. It's nice to have something different, so I can appreciate that. And of course, on to John Stewart, and I am digging it. It actually looks pretty cool. It's got this nice mold that they've been using for the classic figures, and I think it's accurate. It actually looks great. It gives them that nice look. The head sculpt 100 times better than the other release. It's got the nice, look at that tightness. It's got the nice tight little cut there on the little fro there. And the face sculpt, it's great. I mean, compared to the original, and let's bring them on, because obviously, as you can see, it is a couple years old. So, I mean, the improvements, we are, when it comes to the figures, they keep getting better and better. This one here didn't look like he had hair. It looked like it was just painted hair. This one here, look at that. That looks, it's got some details there on the fro. It's got you can see, look at all that. That texture looks really, really good. So let me put him back. We'll bring him back later. And I am digging this. And then, of course, he doesn't have the molded lantern signal there. It's actually painted on, which is actually not bad. I mean, it's supposed to be spandex, like the comic books, the cartoons. So actually, I kind of learned to appreciate some of these. I know we get a little spoiled sometimes with the molded stuff, but almost knocked the camera down. But I can appreciate this here, because it does give it that comic book feel, that comic book look, just like the image. So it's nicely done. It's nicely painted. So, and then of course the green over the shoulder is a lot better than what they did with the digital Hal Jordan. This is the look I would have preferred with the Hal Jordan, but I'm glad at least John Stewart got it. And of course, man, they tighten him up on the back. He's got some cheeks there, but it's nice and short, the diaper, so it's actually pretty good, and it actually tones up pretty well. It's a little off in the color, but it actually doesn't look too bad. And then there's a lot of texture in the uniform there. You can feel that, you can hear that, so it does have a lot of texture all over. Did a nice job. The ring, again, actually has a little molded there. It's not just painted there, so as you can see, it's a little sculpt there on the ring. It's better than most. He does, I would prefer two fists. And then I do notice that the hinge there is like a different color. It's like yellowing. It's like a yellowish color. But okay, with those, do some about those. He should come with the idea of like the Marvel hands where you actually have to peg it and you put it in there. It would eliminate that a lot better. Make a lot of these figures better. The only thing I always hate with the lanterns for some reason, they always get these small, narrow feet. Like they really, I mean, if you look at where is the last version, if you look at the Jon Stewart one, it's like the same thing. And then, and this one here looks like it's warped, like it's not even complete. It looks very short. You know, this one here, they did a much better job. But if you look at the other figures, like the Superman, stuff like that, like it's a lot wider here. And this one sometimes makes it hard to stand because they're so narrow. It doesn't really have a lot of support. It allows you to try to balance it out. So you have to like work my way, either used to stand or, you know, have like these weird poses to try to get them to stand straight. Because, you know, it doesn't balance well. They're just too narrow. So I wish they would do a lot better with those. But overall, the figure is great. It's about an 8 out of 10. They did a great job. The head sculpt, look at that. You can actually feel like he's actually got a hole in the ears. I mean, they really sculpted into the ears, which is something you don't see too often. But yeah, I mean, this overall is a great figure. And again, we do have, as you already saw, I do have this repainted version that the head sculpt is. I wasn't always too crazy about it, but since it was a Jon Stewart, I was like, you know, what else? We have no other choice. But this new and improved classic look Justice League is a lot better. I like it. I like that thing. This one here, it almost looks like a mechanical type suit. This one here actually looks good, more to what I'm used to in the cartoons and stuff growing up. And of course, any other Jon Stewart or, you know, close to a Jon Stewart that I had was the Power Ring version, which I love this figure. The green, it is a little off. But again, it's a different world. It's a different Jon Stewart. But, you know, you keep wondering, and you always say, you know, McFarlane does seem to crank out a lot of Batmans, obviously, a lot of Supermans. But, you know, little by little, he's given us figures here and there, like the Flash. I was surprised how many Flashes we actually have gotten so far. You know, see, there it is. I have to balance them out. Lantern also, the Green Lanterns is starting to like get a lot. I wish you get a guy. Here he is next to Hal Jordan. As you can see, he is a little taller than Hal Jordan. But, you know, I was amazed that I was pulling up all these different Green Lantern type figures, which I'm all dropping all over the floor. And, you know, we have it's getting to the point where, you know, we can't just say, oh, there's a lot more Batmans than, because he's slowly giving us a lot of Green Lanterns that are little by little coming up. And we had that Kilowog, we had that new Kyle. So, you know, as you can see, let me move them more into frame. Yeah, something about these feet with the lanterns, man. Like I always find them to be narrow. Here is the Parallax. Here's the first, well, not the first, but this is the Hal Jordan. I got him with the Dawnbreaker 2-pack because it was on sale. I got it like ridiculously cheap, so I never did get my hands on the actual first release. You know what? You're gonna have to lean against Jon Stewart there. You know, I do have a Kyle. I have this version. I never see the feet. Like they just don't seem very proportioned to the body, and this always happens with the lanterns for some reason. All right, and they're just a pain in the ass to straighten up on their own. But I mean, we are slowly continuing to get a lot of versions of lanterns. And I do have, like I said, the Dawnbreaker. Kind of reminds me of this little skinny legs. Like, I have that Dawnbreaker Batman. I do have the Vampire Lantern. Yeah, we just slide them anywhere. Sooner or later, I know they're gonna fall. And of course, I do have the Sinestro. Who, I mean, they did a great job. I mean, they used that same texture on Sinestro. And of course, we do have the yellow. I do have the Yellow Lantern Batman with his chunky feet. I'll put him over here. I know he'll probably fall on top of all of them. And of course, we did get the version, the original version of the Green Lantern. When the collections, when the first collector's editions were coming out. So, yeah, I mean, little by little, we are getting a lot more. They're building up, so, you know, that's good to know. Like, we just don't always want to have Batman's, Superman's. I don't care. He can crank up all the Supermans he wants. I'm going to get them all as much as I can because he's my favorite. But, you know, Flash, Green Lanterns, they all, even Aquaman's. I mean, little by little, we're getting... Aquamans are getting up there. They're little by little giving us more and more. So, but this is great. These classic looks are great for, you know, old timers like me. You know, this is the version that we grew up with. The look, the style, you know, and back when the comics were a lot simpler. So I'm glad that they're coming up with these and keep them coming. I mean, there's a few other figures we might still want to see, but let's see. This patience. You know, they'll come out. They'll come out. It seems to, looks like nothing's off limits. So, anyway, again, last figure of the Plastic Man wave. Stay tuned. I will be downloading the build of this figure on the next video. So, stay tuned for that. And we'll have the Plastic Man together. I'll have all the wave together there and compare them size and height and stuff. And as always... thank you very much for your support, guys. I do appreciate it. Put in the comments, tell me what you think of this Green Lanterns. Comment below. And as always, continue to support each other. Continue to be a fine figure. Peace. I will see you later.